Oh my God, Michael.
Yeah.
Have I got something to show for you?
Yeah, what?
It's amazing. Check it out. Look, it's good, right?
Oh my God, yes.
It's so good, right?
Yeah.
Do you want it?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Welcome to
Welcome
the
to
Pew! The homeless editions continue, this time in Tompkins Square Park in the lovely East Village. It's beautifully gentrified for your comfort and pleasure, but there are still a few crusties. We just saw the ambulance come and take away a homeless person against their will.
Yeah, I think there are actually a lot of crusties. And one thing that Rebecca and I just found across the street is this great, like 50s soda fountain that has not changed a bit in 50 years. I mean, it's like...
Right, and it took them almost 50 years to give them
the
their
lady
drinks.
who ran it has been there since day one, and she's like 65 years old, and I think she's senile already because she kept giving Rebecca an egg cream when she wanted a lemonade.
Yeah, you want an egg cream?
She did.
Egg cream?
But she made everything by hand, and it was delicious.
How deaf are you when you ask for an egg cream?
And she did it just like that.
Lemonade.
She kept going, So we're going back there. We're definitely going back.
And for those of you who don't know what a crusty is, I just realized I was telling Scott that this park is full of crusties, and he didn't know what crusty means.
It's like a scabby junkie,
and
right?
it's one of these like scabby junkie, punk rocky type of guys. They tend to be from like maybe 35 to 50 years old.
And they used to be really cute, and they're on the verge of being not cute anymore.
No, they've passed the verge of
well,
not
not all of them.
No, that's true. On the younger ones, they're still cute but dirty.
Yeah.
So they're dirty, which is hence the word crust.
And also like scabby sores from like shooting up and stuff.
And they're surly, hence the word crusty, because it's kind of like surly. It's like there's crust and there's surliness.
Crusty.
So crusty, but not Krusty the Clown.
I was going to say not crusty.
Crusties.
Speaking of crusties,
there goes one right now. So.
Oh, I love Tompkins Square Park.
We are going to discuss a little math because this show is not all about
it's
inane
an educational program.
Topics and self-serving themes. At the House of Glam, we're often talking about really deep theoretical formulas, and we do math at home, you know. So we came up with a mathematical calculation to determine your toxicity level. I think 100% just walked by.
See, he's exactly what we described too, because he was probably cute like 5 years ago.
Maybe 10. So we did the math on ourselves to determine how toxic we are. And if you asked Next Magazine, that's
a loaded question.
They would say 100%, I'm sure. But we're actually not 100%. We have devised a special calculation that takes your age, which is your pre-tox, and you subtract... No, it's your age.
Your age minus your
the pre-tox. Now, the pre-tox is that period of your life when before you started using drugs. Right. So you take the age and you subtract the pre-tox.
And then you divide it again by your age.
No, then you then you subtract the detox.
No, wait a minute.
No,
you take your age.
You subtract the pre-tox.
The pre-tox, which gives you...
a certain number. And then you subtract the detox. You do, because that's another 2 or 3 years that you didn't do drugs.
Oh, the detox at the end.
Yes.
Oh, yes, but that's assuming there is a detox.
Well, for me there was a detox.
You can't assume that there is a detox.
Especially.
You can't assume to the people out there in television land.
No detox.
No, well, they're not. Do they even know what a detox is?
You heard him say it himself.
You can't assume that.
Yep. Don't assume it.
You can't assume it.
In my case, there was a detox. It lasted about 2 or 3 years. So you add that to my pre-tox, and then subtract that from my age.
We're going to have to have a graphic here, because this is very complicated. We discussed this when we discussed this.
And then you get a number.
Ernie said, it can't be so complicated that we can't even explain it.
No, we are explaining it. It's your age minus your pre-tox and minus your detox, and you get a number, and then you take that
divide
number
that by
and
your
divide
age.
that by your age, and
Yeah.
you get a percentage. So in my case, the percentage is 66%. So I'm 66% toxic. And in Michael's case,
well, we did it wrong, because I remembered it when we did it before. It was 49%, and when we did it this time, it was 55%, and that's because I forgot to take the detox off at the end. So there's about 6 years in there of wrong number.
well, we'll recalculate Michael's toxicity level after this break.
It's 49%.
And now a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Pew.
Welcome back to the Pew in Tompkins Square Park. The beautiful Tompkins Square. And are you sure about your toxicity level? 49?
Yes, 49.
Somehow I find it
isn't that
hard.
interesting? That's the same as my age.
I find it hard to believe that you are less than 50% toxic.
Well, if you round the numbers, I'm 50% toxic.
Okay. All right, so I guess I'm more toxic than you?
Well, we've always known that.
Oh, yeah.
No surprise there.
So from mathematics to history, we're now going to give you a history lesson about Tompkins Square Park, because for you...
And capitalism.
And capitalism. The glory of capitalism. So, for those of you who are too young to remember, Tompkins Square Park was the scene of this fabulous riot in the 80s, late 80s.
Not to be confused with a laugh riot.
No. Well, I was laughing about it when it happened. Although the people who got hit and beat up by the cops are probably not laughing.
Rudolph was hit.
He was bloody and
covered in blood
laughing.
and laughing, yes.
Laughing so much that he decided to have an outlaw party there.
Yes.
Right? Or was he involved in this?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what happened is that all the former the pre-crusties and punk rockers and people nonconformists who live in the East Village were really upset about how the park in the East Village was really being changed and made upscale. So at one point they had some demonstration against yuppies.
But there was also a lot of people who were living in boxes. There were people living in, there was a shanty town here.
Right.
Literally
yes.
boxes made into houses.
It was an anti-yuppie demonstration, and then it just got a little out of control. So,
as things are wont to do in the East Village,
right,
in New York City.
So the police came in. There was fists, bottles
they were out of
thrown.
Control too, though. I mean,
right, they
were
overreacted. High.
They really overreacted, and
who overreacted? The police or the protesters?
The police.
They did. They came in with horses.
Yes, and pepper spray and nerve gas. I don't know what. I mean, like all kinds of things. And
so there was a big fight.
They were beating people with clubs and everything.
Right,
it was
melee.
It was a melee. Yes.
So. The following week or two, Rudolph decided to do an outlaw party here.
Yes,
right?
It was the Saturday after, and it kind of fizzled because.
So the invite's really fun. It's attention, Saint Marxist.
Yeah,
because Saint Mark's place is right over there. You must be at Tompkins Square Park on. Should we say it in a German accent?
Fascist show at midnight.
Fascist. And the fascist show continues.
It does, unfortunately.
Yep. Sad to say.
Those were the days. But we couldn't even rally people for an open bar. I mean, people were so spoiled back. I mean, they're spoiled now, but I mean, they were very spoiled back then.
Yep. Continue to be spoiled. So, from history to current affairs.
Yes, these are the things that Google thinks it's important that we know about today.
This morning, yeah.
Yes, the important things are the three most important things are. The ISIS, the number 2 leader in ISIS was killed by a U.S. drone strike. Thousands rally in favor of Trump in Alabama, and a woman claims disgusting find in a Taco Bell nacho.
Now, guess what was that disgusting find in the Taco Bell nacho?
A Taco Bell nacho. I mean, I don't think that's what it was, but I think that's what it would be.
Bitches want to know.
Yeah, I should have.
Lauren Swanson has a question for the Pew, and and this is an interesting question. How did I become the person that Michael ended up moving in with after he came out of prison? Yeah, how did I get stuck with you? Good question, Lauren.
I put all the names in a top hat, and then I picked the lucky winner out.
All one name.
And it happened to be, the winner is Ernie Glam.
I'm a winner?
The lucky winner.
I'm lucky?
The lucky winner.
All right, well, here's a lucky
shout
out
to all you. Who knows who the next
you.
lucky winner may be? It may be you.
Bye.
Bye.